Good morning. Good morning. It's time to start our day. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you and you and you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are in our Friday flow, and we are going to be moving our lower back and pelvis, please. My glasses are right here, and I've been looking for these all morning, just so you know. Okay. Just so you know. All right, here we go. Sitting up nice and tall. And dropping in. Dropping back, dropping down. Start to relax the muscles of your face and your tongue, your throat. And welcome yourself to the mat. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. For this first minute, please go inside, turn on that inner gaze, and just check in with yourself. Sometimes it's nice to even say, I see you. I see you in there, and I'm really, really glad. Okay? So we're just coming to that inner gaze. 1 minute, please. Beautiful. Turning back the curtain and going a little bit deeper, one of the things I like to say about the inner circle is it's learning self-care as an act of service. So learning self-care as an act of service. So we can serve others when we have that self-care. And we were talking about being creative and presenting plays and songs and all the things that go out. And this is our way of serving, right? Our way of serving, whether it's a meal or an event or a play, is a way of serving. So let's take the second minute here and sit inside that archetype of the one who serves. Okay, I am a server in my life. Okay, 1 minute, just moving towards that, settling in on that. When I'm in self-care, when I am bookending my day and my week and my month and my years with these ideas of self-care, I am of service. 1 minute. Could be to your children. It could be walking the dog. It could be at your church. It could be helping an elderly neighbor. I am one who serves. Sharing myself vulnerably sometimes. Beautiful. And on this last minute, I'd like to invite you to ponder the idea that we're not on a journey. I mean, we are, but we're not on a journey, right? There's no past, there's no future. It's just this moment here, right now. Okay. So on this last minute, letting go of the hero's journey, letting go of the arc of your life, letting go of the decades or the retirement or the whatever, is just really focusing on this moment here, right now, with us together. It's all we have. So let's sit inside that. 1 minute here. Feel the air of the room coming in, taking what you need and letting the rest go. One more deep breath, settling in on your intention, what brings you to the mat today. Come up with those 2 or 3 words. I got this. Peace and love, forgiveness and grounding, whatever it is. And we'll bring our hands to prayer. Just honor this time together and with ourselves, and bow your chin. Beautiful. All right, let's come on into hands and knees, please. Start to pedal out your back in any way that you would like. We'll take about 8 breaths just to settle in into whatever it is you're needing to do, and we'll meet in downward dog soon. Beautiful. One more deep breath. And then when you are ready, we're going to go on up. Home base pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Up we go. This moment here, this moment right now. 5 more breaths. When you're ready, come on down, knees down. Open your knees as wide as the yoga mat. Bring your big toes together without overlapping. And finding that child's pose. So here we are in child's pose. Peek up at me for just a moment. Look over here for a second. You see this child's pose here? If I turn this child's pose over, what pose would I be in? Right? Interesting. Happy baby. So let's find that happy baby here in our child's pose. 5 breaths. What's going on in the back? What's going on in the neck and shoulders? See if you can melt the muscles of your back. Beautiful. Lifting your hands. Now lift your hands using the strength of your shins. Push down and come on up. We're going to go back up to downward dog and gently walk your hands back to your feet. Walk your hands back to your feet. Walk your hands away from your feet. Do this a couple of times. If you need to open your feet as wide as the mat, you could do that. And then when you're ready, come on back, the hands towards the feet, root to rise, root to rise, root to rise. Come all the way up here, and we're going to make our way to opening up in Sun Salute A. Okay, we'll do 3 rounds of Sun Salute A. Standing up nice and tall, feeling your mantra. What is it that you're bringing to the mat today? Here we go. Inhale. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale. Uttanasana. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Nice flat back. Exhale. Step it back to down dog. As always, you could do any variation you'd like here, whatever it is your body needs. Some of you will jump forward. Some of you will walk, again, root to rise. And then 2 more times on your own pacing, doing any variation you'd like there. Meeting up in mountain pose. Beautiful. Here we are in mountain pose, coming up to the standing. Keeping the hips nice and level here. We're going to take our right knee up, keep the hips level, and push down. 4, 3, 2, touch down, switching sides. Again, hips stay level. Beautiful. Switching again. Keep the knees standing out right over that second, third toe, really strong here. Lifting up that kneecap. 3, 2, and settle in. Last one. 3, 2, and beautiful. Go through a vinyasa or just wait for us in mountain pose. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to Virabhadrasana 1. Shift the weight to the left foot, right leg up, step it back 3/4 of a leg length. So we're not in a huge, big old lunge here. We're in a shorter stance. And we're going to bring that left knee bending right over that second, third toe. You can see your big toe. Inhale, reaching your arms forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. We're going to take the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, little chin tilt here, and hold. Lifting the back ribs out of the waist, Start to lean and look back if it feels okay for you. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to close that back leg and either go through a vinyasa or step back to mountain pose. Coming all the way back up if you're flowing and stepping that same leg back, that left leg back. We're going to go way down here on the knee now. So we're still having that same leg forward. Way down on that knee, hands on the mat, or if you need your blocks, you'll grab your blocks here. And we're just going to hold here for a moment, feeling that 90-degree angle on that front leg. Working deeper here, double check that your right toes are straight back. You're not turning that ankle at all. Some of you will be able to even lift that kneecap up. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Step that step that leg back, and we'll go all the way up to down dog. If you want to do a vinyasa here, help yourself. Otherwise, we're going to jump, walk, float, feet up, coming all the way back up, all the way back up, all the way back up to set up for the second side. Now we're going to take our left leg back for Virabhadrasana 1, bending that right knee. Inhale, reaching those arms up again, bringing those arms right in line with those ears as best you can. Checking in on that front 90-degree angle. And placing the hands behind the head and just hold here. Lift those back ribs up. Beautiful. When you're ready, scooch that leg back again. And now bringing that knee down and point the toes straight back. Notice we're not turning that ankle. Hands on your blocks. One more deep breath. And beautiful. Push it back. And we're going to again step back into hands and knees. And maybe down dog, maybe going through a vinyasa. Back to downward dog. For those of you who are playing a little bit deeper,
We're going to do some frog jumps. If you're not jumping today, just walk your feet forward. Everybody else, can you jump your feet to the outside of your pinky toes? And then back to the neutral. Back to the pinkies. 2 more. Nice and light. See if you can do it without making any noise. And then when you're ready, root to rise, root to rise, root to rise with those legs open wide. If you're in mountain pose, you'll start to turn your legs open wide also. We're going to go for a little horse ride here. So double check that your knees are going to stay right over the ankles. We're not going over to the toes here. Look at that. We don't want to pull that Achilles tendon having too much energy there. So double check that you're going to stay right over those ankles. Okay, here we go. Big inhale, exhale, and up, and 9, and 8. Feeling that action of that juiciness through the hips, through the knees. 4, and 3, and 2. Now dig in there, holding there, holding there, holding there, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, and open up, straighten. 2 more rounds. Here we go. Down and up. 9. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down there. Dig in. 10, 9, 8. Imagine your heels are pulling together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Last round. You having fun? 10 and up. 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it down there. Hold it down there. Dig in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Dig in there. Hold it there. Imagine you're trying to squeeze the knees together. Imagine you're trying to pull those heels together. One more big breath, and then straighten the knees and turn your heels out open wide. So your heels are wide, and we're going to tip over here. Prasarita Padottanasana. 8 more breaths. Do anything you want with your arms. One more deep breath. And root to rise, root to rise, root to rise. Come all the way back up, all the way back up, and grab your arm weights, your hand weights. If you don't have them, you can always use your imagination. Okay, here we go. So clip those elbows in, bicep curls. 1, and then out to the side. 1, 2, 2, 3. Nice and strong here. 5, 5. Building those bones. 9, 9, 10, and 10. Okay, let's pour the milk. 10, 9. Keep resetting your intention. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Clip those elbows in. We're going to open the gates, closing, open the gates, closing. 8, 7. Nice and loose neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Open up those windows here. Push, pull. 9, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down, coming down, coming down. Let those go wherever you want. Shake out your hands. Shake them, shake them, shake them. And we're going to go through a vinyasa or just wait for us in mountain pose. Okay, second round, second round. Grab your weights. Here we go. Bicep curls up and out. 2. How's your breathing? Okay, 2 more. And open the gates. Open. 9. Nice loose neck. Finishing up with that. And then pour the milk. Nine. Beautiful. Pausing. We're going to open those windows, take them up. Push, pull. Push, pull. Feel yourself revving from the core. 3, 2, and 1. Gently set them down. And again, shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. You can go to any pose you want to, back to your vinyasa, back to the prasarita where your heels are wider than the toes. Beautiful. Last round, root to rise, root to rise. Come all the way back up, all the way back up. Final round, grab your weights. And here we go. And up and out. 2. 2 more. 10 and 10. We're going to open those gates. 10. Keep those elbows in. 9. Feeling that rotation. 7. All the way to the back. 6. 5. 4. Whole shoulder blade moving. 3. 2. And 1. Pour the milk. Up. Close. Up. Squeeze. Feeling that. 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Last set. Here we go. Push the window up. Pull the window down. Keep your neck relaxed. 5, 4, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And release. Shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. All right, let's take a little bit of a triangle pose here so we can prepare ourselves for something that's coming in a moment. So come on up to standing. If you wanted to do a vinyasa there to help yourself, do it. And we're going to come to triangle pose with that left hip open. And we're just going to take ourselves over to that moving fluid, grounding that left big toe down, outer left hip moves back, and then taking yourself over to whatever level feels good. Maybe you're going to have your hand on the shin. Maybe you're going to come to the floor. Just really feeling into your triangle pose, using it. Again, taking care of ourselves so that we can serve others. Go inside, really check in. 5 more breaths. Feeling the support of the floor. The service you provide, getting yourself ready. 2 more deep breaths. We're going to bend this left knee now. Bend this left knee, diving in here to Virabhadrasana 2, taking your arms open nice and wide. This time, though, we're going to look at the opposite hand. So instead of looking at the right hand, you're looking back. I like to imagine it's the past, just letting it all go. Letting it all go. And then slowly starting to turn the head and looking towards the future. Looking towards the future. And if and when you feel ready, gently close your eyes and feel yourself in the present. You could even turn the head back to face the same way as your belly, closing your eyes and feel that head, heart, and gut connected here in this moment. 8 breaths. Feeling your feet are almost pulling together, your knees are spreading apart. Lifting that pelvic floor, feeling the root of the head reaching to the sky. Beautiful. Eyes open, interlace your fingers underneath you. Some of you will lean forward and aim your crown of your head towards that left heel. Pretty dynamic here. If this isn't working for you, you could go back to that Prasarita where your legs are open and spreading. One more deep breath. Choose your adventure here, whatever you want to do. If you're staying with me, we're going to walk this left foot out, and we're going to bring that leg down. I'm sorry. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do something else. No, let's do it. So go ahead and walk that left foot over, and we'll come into like a pigeon here, turning. Pressing this left leg down very firmly. Maybe you're not even going to use your hands. Maybe you'll be using your blocks. If you need to keep this right knee bent, feel free to do that. Some of you don't need to. You can choose that. And then any variation, you could lean forward and relax here. Or as I said, you could use this very dynamically. The goal here is to pressing that knee down. Three more deep breaths. Excellent. And when you're ready, let's go on back up to downward dog and just pedal it out. Going to the same leg now, that same leg we just had forward. We're going to step it back to the left wrist. And now we're going to take it to the outside of the left side of our mat. So outside of the left side of our mat, again, maybe you're going to have that knee down here. And so instead of it being in the middle of the mat, it's all the way on the outside. I'm going to keep the toes still in line with the knees. Those of you who are working deeper, you might even be able to come all the way down here with this big open hip. Maybe that's not for you today. You might even want to reach back and grab that foot. You can do whatever you need here. We've got 8 more breaths. Pressing that left foot into the floor, lifting that left knee to the sky, feeling that buoyancy. Last thing here, last thing, we're going to now come over to our right side. You're going to come over to the right side and prop your head up if you can. Feeling that stretch between the elbow and the armpit and the hip and the knee and the ankle, pressing this right leg down very firmly. Some of you can grab the knee. So this is like a fallen triangle. It's called Vishnu on the couch. Some of you can grab that foot. And we'll hold here, really stretching that underside and keeping that hip nice and open, whatever variation you're doing. If this is too intense, you could find a side tree with the foot on the thigh. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Let's make our way all the way to the beginning, and let's hope like heck we can remember all that we just did. Here we go. Hands and knees, downward dog, headed all the way back up to triangle pose, please. Feels amazing on that side, doesn't it? All right, Trikonasana, opening up that right hip here. Open those arms up nice and wide. Dig in 8 to 12 breaths, just really feeling what's going on there. About 5 more breaths. What are you noticing? What are you seeing here? What are you feeling? Really dynamic hip here. Beautiful. Start to bend that right knee, coming up to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Nice and strong pose here. Again, feeling the heels pulling together, but the knees pulling apart. And we're going to look at the left hand now. So we're looking back. The past, we don't even need to see it, right? Slowly keeping the ears level. Go ahead and turn to the right hand and see the future coming. Keep diving into that 90-degree angle on that front leg. When you're ready, turning forward here, close your eyes and get into the present where your head and your heart and your gut meet. Pull the feet together and the knees apart, lifting crown to sky, tailbone to earth. Beautiful. Interlacing your fingers for some of you will go into bringing the top of your head to the heel. Some of you will open both legs and go back to that wide-legged spread. 2 more breaths. Releasing those hands, coming into a pigeon, Ekapada Pottasana. We're going to walk that right foot to the right edge and bringing ourselves down. Again, maybe you're not going to want to have that leg straight and you're going to want to have both knees bent. That's cool. Just keep pressing both knees down. Otherwise, you're taking this leg back. And we're building strength and stability on that front leg. So you could use a block here. You could just use no hands. About 12 breaths. What's it feel like for you? Again, maybe you're going to bend that back leg and grab a hold of it. 4 more breaths. Beautiful. When you're ready to come up, come up. We're going to walk the same foot, right knee over to the outside of the mat. Again, keeping the knee down. If this doesn't work for you, you can do an earlier level. Some of us can bring our whole bodies down. Maybe that's you, maybe not. 5 to 8 breaths here. Really feeling the strength on that right leg, that 90-degree angle, pressing that big toe firmly down. Self-care is an act of service, just really caring for yourself like you would for someone else, like giving yourself that time. Two more deep breaths. And gently, gently, gently again, we're going to come back to our left side now, propping our head up with our left arm. Anchoring that left leg firmly. Some of you will have the knee here. Some of you will be able to grab the toes. And strong core. Here we go. 8 to 12 breaths. Two or three more deep breaths. When you're complete with that, come on all the way over. Make a pillow with your hands on your belly and just pause. Is there something you would like to do? Do you want to do some back bends? Do you want to roll over and do some core? Sometimes it's nice to grab your foam rollers. If you have a foam roller nearby, maybe you're going to roll out your lower back. I use different kinds of foam rollers. I sometimes like the ones that have the little ripples on it, sometimes the smooth ones. You could use a baseball or a tennis ball. So for the next 16 breaths, whatever you want to do, again, if it's your back that's bugging you, something like this coming up there and maybe bringing knees to chest and just rocking side to side, or you could rock up and down. Happy baby here is a really nice thing if your hips are on a block or on a foam roller. Doing the happy baby is a nice way to sort of get up in that neck and shoulders action. If you would prefer it to be more in the lower back, you could come down off of the foam roller and just focus on the happy baby like we did at the beginning. Remember child's pose? Now we're flipping it over. See if you can recreate that. Finishing up with whatever you're working on. And everybody now finding your neutral happy baby with just stillness. So sometimes it's fun to rock in this pose, but I really do enjoy it when you just, whatever you can grab, your knees, your forehead and your chin are the same height. Some of you could grab your feet. Some of you could put space behind your knees. And we're just going to hold here for 8 breaths, just really focusing on relaxing every muscle of the back. Two. So nice. So nice. Come on out of that. And we're just going to shift our hips over to the left, bringing our left leg over the right and dropping the knees down. You could use your hands to sort of massage that lower back into place or at the top of the hip, just pushing. Again, really giving yourself this self-care. Okay, when it's time for you to come up, come on up, switcheroo. Right leg over the left and drop it, same thing. Feeling held by the practice, the community, the tools that you have. Spending the day of service, sharing your art, sharing your ears by listening, sharing yourself by giving up time to others. Like, how do you want to serve? 3 more breaths. What are the boundaries on that serving, right? All right, come on back up and we're going to prepare for a short meditation. So take your time and make your way up to having a seated position. As always, if you feel like you want to, and I do recommend that you grab your sweaters and your things so that you're super comfortable. And taking a moment to settle in. How do you like to do your meditations? What's the position you like to be in? Double check that you're always switching it up. So if you're always putting one leg in front, maybe you'll flip it. Maybe you'll do something different. Okay. So imagine that you're leaning back, nice and flat. Corseting your waist, palms up or palms down, your choice. I like to put them in a little bowl in my lap. And we're going to spend about 7 minutes here just watching ourselves breathe. Again, there's no past, there's no future,
There's just this moment right now to fill up with gas. So here we go. Watch yourself breathe in, watch yourself breathe out, watch yourself go to some other thought and just keep bringing it back. And finishing up. Hands on your heart or in prayer position. Closing up your practice there and then heading on into your final pose when you're ready. Okay. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Okay. So on this Shavasana, I'd like you to ponder like all the ways that you serve through your art, through your giving, through your laughter, through all the things, and really putting yourself in that position. If you feel that you are overdoing that, then serving yourself today. Okay. Serving yourself healthy, nutritious food, maybe taking a little nipper nap on the couch, drinking lots of water, going for a walk in some sort of beautiful natural area. Serve yourself. But today is an act of service. Who are you going to serve? Okay. Deep bows, so much love. Enjoy your Shavasana, and I will see you next time.